All right, back with another one for my good people while I'm out today. As you can see, overcast weather. The skies are gray and the water is falling, or shall I say, the precipitation is falling. So we're back again to cover a couple of things. I want to discuss wealth generation with all my good people out there while I'm on this movement of conditioning for business. Wealth generation, what does that mean? Well, for the average person, it means buying a stock. It means investing a stock into a mutual fund or some type of stock portfolio, or having a financial advisor to grow capital for individuals and so forth and so on. And specifically, people out there that need to raise their funds for short-term and long-term family wealth protection and things of that magnitude. Okay, so we want to discuss a couple parameters about that. Kind of ward off any misconceptions of wealth generation. Obviously, wealth generation is going to encompass any and everyone that can buy a publicly traded stock from an authorized broker of some type. There's a deficit in terms of wealth generation by the lower class, or let's say the lower class of the upper to middle class, or middle to upper class. And for whatever reason, people are going about this the wrong way. A lot of people are purchasing their, let's say, their fantasy items, their new cars, their homes, their jet skis, their boats, their extravagant shopping fees and shopping expenses and so forth are being utilized with your direct principal from your earnings from your jobs. It's a no-no. It's a no-no. You never invest or utilize your principal capital for items that will not generate a long-term profit for you and your family and your business. Okay? There's a trick involved with that. See, wealthy people understand that they don't take generic funds or principal funds from a paycheck and they go out on the town with it. They don't go eat extravagant dinners and high level worth or high society level shopping and traveling and so forth and so on. Wealthy people understand that you take that capital that you earn from a paycheck, you invest that into another business enterprise, your own business enterprise. You know what? Even invest it in yourself. Invest that capital in yourself, your own education, your own knowledge base, your own sense of understanding, your own sense of betterment, proprietary information, products that you control, products that you desire, products that you create. That is where your capital needs to be directed towards, which would ultimately lead to greater returns for you. So let's say, for instance, you had a business venture or a stock or something that you wanted to put your capital into from a paycheck. At some point in time, it's going to turn a profit. Or a dividend. Once you turn that profit, sometimes depending upon the investment structure, is going to take anywhere from 6 months to a year, even more, to generate enough that you could actually take to show any type of use for, so forth and so on. We're supposed to roll over your proceeds or your returns from your investments. But anyway, let's just say the average person buys a portfolio of stock, 100 shares. You get them at $6 a share or something like that. Quarterly, it's going to pay a dividend or yield. And based upon your experience and knowledge of how to invest, either you're going to do one or two things. Either you're going to roll that capital over again into either buying more of those stocks, or you're going to utilize those funds for some extravagant purchase or something that you've been looking to do for months or even years. Who knows? But if you were to do so, understand that you are supposed to do those things with the proceeds from investments, not from principal. Your principal always is supposed to remain intact. Never spend your principal. Always pocket your principal or invest your principal, and the proceeds from the investment of that principal you utilize for your cars and your houses and things like that. Now, obviously, if you keep rolling over your stocks or your investments, you're going to earn enough to be able to cover your base costs of living. May start out, you can only cover enough for a cable or direct TV or internet bill or something like that, a few bucks. Over time, it grows and it compounds. And then it turns into being able enough to cover a car note, furniture note, something like that. Then over the next 3 to 5 years, 7 years, now you're up to the big leagues where you're able to earn enough to cover mortgages on second mortgages, business expenses, credit card bills, higher level credit card bills. You're able to cover more of that type of thing. So this is just a quick note for you guys out there that are looking to invest your capital, invest your funds to earn significant returns on investment, or people that just want to understand wealth. Wealthy people do not spend their principal, okay? It's very, very imperative that you understand that. Only spend the proceeds if you spend anything. Never spend your principal. Principal is to be reinvested, redirected, invested in you, meaning yourself, or invested in another prosperous or upcoming company or some product out there or something like that. You invest your principal into those things via the returns that come off of those. Then you purchase the extravagant living expenses and things that you want with your livelihood. So that's a quick tip for you guys. I'm about to get back to this road work, get that physique back intact for my martial arts training enterprise. And while we're doing that, you guys continue to have a wonderful, blessed day. Again, signing off. Peace.